Spoke such a glamorous event, so I'm happy to be here and spending this afternoon with you all.
And also, can you tell us more about this hat that's on auction?
This hat has memories attached to it because this was presented to me at the Prix de Lyon at Chantilly, made by a wonderful designer, Sophie Peppernick. And it's really pretty, very elegant, and like I said, it has memories attached to such an elegant event in France, in Chantilly. So here I am, happily sharing and giving away this hat for the auction for such an important charity.
Now, having said that, I'd like to invite you to give us the honor of doing a prize presentation for today's best dressed male and female guests. All right.
Good afternoon, I'm Maya Shiring-Palla reporting for India Saves Magazine's News and Views channel, and I'm sitting here with the world's most beautiful lady at the Fullerton Hotel, Aishwarya Rai.
Oh, sweet.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to Singapore, Aishwarya. It's great having you here.
Thank you.
Tell me, how many times have you been to Singapore, and what do you like best about this little island?
To pull out one specific reason would not be doing it justice. The people make returning here a pleasure each time. There's so much love. Everyone's so warm and so welcoming. The city has so many memories for me. I came here during filming my first movie, and even prior to that as a model and Miss World. So returning to Singapore so many times since for filming different movies brings back innumerable memories. And it's just a very beautiful city. Today I look at it from a new perspective, but how child-friendly it also is.
It's changed.
It's just brilliant, and looking forward to returning more often.
Since 1994, of course, since when you won Miss World, you must have noticed a huge change.
I think that's a constant here in Singapore, and I think that's what makes the place so exciting for the residents as well, apart from visitors.
Of course.
It's just there's constant innovation, constant change, a lot that you all look to create in terms of visual stimulation and keeping it exciting.
Right.
And it's very, very apparent from my little drive that I saw in yesterday. And this time my visit is very brief with Diwali and having to return
Right.
back to
Unfortunately.
Mumbai. But I hope to come here soon again and enjoy
We hope
the
to
place
have you here
more.
again soon.
Thank you.
As the brand ambassador of such a world-renowned brand like Longines, how do you think this has helped uplift the status of women, especially Indian women around the world?
Well, that's a matter of perspective, and I think you all would be able to give a stronger opinion on that. On my part, I would just like to say the pleasure has been all mine, and it also, it's just wonderful to have been associated with a brand like Longines, which has the kind of historic connection in watchmaking. It's so much history, so much tradition. Celebrating 180 years in watchmaking this year, and that's incredible.
Yes.
Just goes to show the kind of insight, knowledge, expertise that exists with the brand, and of course patronage, and that's why it's obviously lasted as long as it has. And I'm in fine company in the kind of brand ambassadors that have existed before for the brand, and as a lady, I take absolute pride in endorsing a watch brand like Longines, because I think the motto says it all. When you say elegance is an attitude,
Of course.
it speaks strongly, subtly, and with absolute dignity and class. And
I understand that you delayed the acceptance of your prestigious award, the Ordre des Arts et des Lettres, because your father was unfortunately ill at that time. I think this is exemplary of the kind of filial piety and devotion you have for your family. How difficult has it been to juggle your such a high-profile acting career, film career, along with being such a filial daughter?
Our family is a priority. I love my family, always have, and of course I'm a very, very committed professional as well. So I think the idea is to find the balance throughout my life. It's it's not something that I have chanced upon post-marriage or any such thing. I've always been like this, to kind of strike a balance between the two. Fortunately, I've been born to a very, very supportive set of parents and older brother, where I've been able to have such an exemplary career. And that's really with their support. And I keep saying sacrifice, because it meant losing out a lot of time also together. And whenever I take my mother traveling with me, it meant the rest of my family would not have her, and she would go with me also, not because of any kind of fear of the world, but just so that we could spend time together. So we always found this balance within our own little nuclear family. And that kind of continues even after marriage, and even today with motherhood. In fact, my mother's here with me, because my daughter is here with me. I take her everywhere with me, and so if I have my daughter, I feel secure with my mother there as well, and she's coming on this trip as well with me. Incredibly supportive parents. And well, my dad is fine by the grace of God now. So it was a brief period of stress and concern, and I think naturally at that point in time, it wasn't about celebrating honors and awards. It was about dedicating personal time where it was deserved. And I think that's what life is all about planning your time, living in the moment in the truest sense, in the most honest and earnest manner that you can, and you will be able to find your peace.
As an NRI who's lived away from India my entire life, I find that I'm so culturally removed from, this whole filial piety and being a devoted daughter. I mean, what tips would you have for, let's say, young women my age who want to maintain that tradition, that culture?
It's just about expressing how you feel, and letting people that you love, which could be your blood relations or otherwise, your friends, your family. Family is not just blood relatives, but whoever you regard close, you have respect for, you have immense love for, go out there and make the connection. It doesn't have to have any connection with the fact that you are in your country of origin. That has nothing to do with it.
True.
It's not about what rituals you practice every day, or what you culturally practice in terms of festivities, or whether it's your religion or any of these factors. What you feel just stems from deep within. So I think you need to be your own best friend, be brutally honest with yourself, and embrace life.
Well said. As a beauty and style icon, I'm sure that everything that you wear becomes a trend. So what tips do you have for women around the world, in terms of grooming, and getting that inner glow that you constantly seem to have? And does Abhishek have any say in what you wear, the clothes does he get to decide what clothes you wear?
I think what's similar in Abhishek and me is that we of course, we're very comfortable in the public eye. So there's no question about really getting ourselves worked up into a tizzy each time. We recognize that there's a lot of attention drawn to every aspect of the exterior, but it's not the fulcrum of our lives. For us, being neat, aesthetic, and comfortable for a given occasion, and dressing up for the occasion is a natural inclination. And beyond that, like I said, we don't make as much ado about it as probably certain aspects of showbiz has to. We luckily have an immense set of friends amongst designers, locally and overseas. And today it's also professional. There are people working with each designer who are there to, if you just get in touch with them, to put an ensemble together. Because of our pace of life, that works. So we choose according to comfort and the occasion, and do what needs to get done.
Great. Thank you so much for talking to me and having the time and coming down to Singapore. It's great having you.
Thank you.
Really, I'm a huge fan of your
Sweet.
work, and I've always been. I've grown up watching your movies.
Thanks for all your love and support. And
you.
Happy Diwali to you and
Happy
all your
Diwali.
viewers. Thank you.
She may have come under fire for her post-pregnancy figure, but it seems that Aishwarya Rai Bachchan is having the last laugh as she's slowly but steadily proving that she's got what it takes to be a yummy mummy. Ash was resplendent in a red Sabyasachi creation as she performed her brand endorsement duties in Singapore recently.